As the prospect of expanding legalization of marijuana to additional states becomes a more discussed topic, the concerns for the repercussions become a growing part of the conversation. Cannabis use in the youth. Will the kids be alright? That is a question on the minds of adults across America. Some have voiced their opinion. Expanding legalization of marijuana in the U.S. is relatively new and has only expanded in the past 8 years. Colorado and Washington became the first two states to legalize the recreational use of marijuana in 2010. So with legalization, how much more likely are teens tempted to use marijuana? We have interviewed two ladies from the state of Washington whose identities we respect to keep private, but here's what they have to say.
Today we have two Washington residents here to talk on behalf of recreational marijuana and the effects on children. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do for a living?
I work actually at a 502 shop, a recreational marijuana shop.
Okay. And what is the age of your children?
I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Have you covered the discussion of marijuana with your kids, and what do they know about it?
Yeah, well, I've been in the industry since the medical days. So ever since a young age, they've been around it. They know about the medical benefits of it, and they know it's a plant. They know it's good. What would you say?
They know that they can't do it to their 21.
Yeah, they know they can't do it. Just like alcohol, 21 and over, you have to be an adult to consume it. They obviously don't do it around them, but they know about it, very aware.
Have they ever visited a dispensary where you work at?
My daughter has, when we worked at the medical shop.
And what does she say about that?
She used to just look at the product. She was very young. She was young. So she would obviously know it was a plant. But she would help me set up some of the stuff and display, but not really ask about it.
I have some people that are going to tell you that their kids, it's only out of curiosity that they're going to want to know what it is. Some kids just can't handle temptation. What do you have to say to that?
Well, you first always start with keeping it in a safe place, like maybe in your bedroom or
the car.
In your car or something where they're not really easily accessible. If you believe your kid is going to be that curious, but because I think her kids grew up around it so much that they know it's normal, so they're not very curious about it. They're educated on it. So there's no curiosity there because they know it's for medical purposes or recreational if you are 21 and older. Just like a bottle of beer, they know not to grab it, because it's not for them.
Okay. Any thoughts on this discussion?
Well, from my experience in being a parent of two kids, I would say that ever since we went 502 rec, I feel like all of our kids are still doing the same, still pretty hard for any underage kid to try and come into a shop. Every shop pretty much has security, checking IDs. So it's not easy for kids to just come into a shop and try and buy marijuana. So I would say that our kids are still safe until they're the age they're supposed to be smoking.
So how that has influenced the way you teach your kids?
They know. Growing up here, they know that it's all medical and it's all beneficial for you. There's nothing really bad.
There's a time and a place.
So they know it's good, but that they are educated to know that it is not for them till 21 and over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tonics, oils, liquids, and edibles comprising medical marijuana extract, such as THC, offer several health benefits to children. Treating your children with medical marijuana extracts help reduce the frequency of seizures to 50%. The herb also helps in minimizing the symptoms of severe seizure disorders. Even though doctors and researchers have suspected for decades that some compounds in marijuana might effectively treat epilepsy and other hard-to-cure conditions, still require approval from 3 separate federal agencies.
Have you had customers who have asked about medical use hurt kids?
No, but I've heard a lot of testimonies about them.
Okay. Do you have any stories on those testimonies?
Kids with seizures, I know a lot of them take like Rick Simpson oil or CO2 oil instead of giving them like opiates or other drugs that obviously don't work like marijuana does.
If it's legal?
Where teachers let us lead a discussion on what students think legalization could mean to them.
I don't think it'll make a difference because I think people will smoke it either way, legal, not legal. I think like legalizing is just kind of like a title.
How old do you think you should have to be to buy marijuana in a legal environment?
I think you should be above the age of at least 23 because your brain isn't fully developed until the age of like 20, 22. So you shouldn't be smoking drugs that affects your brain growth until like after.
Even if you set the legal age to 22, 23, people are still going to do it younger than that.
As for health risks, the kids here, like the experts, say it's hard to sort through the mixed messages.
So what do you believe are some potential benefits to legalize marijuana in the state of Arizona?
I think a lot of people will get more educated on the benefits of cannabis and the perks that it has. I mean, it's a win-win situation. I think everybody's making a lot of money. California, Nevada, Washington, of course, Colorado, yeah, Nevada. Yeah. I think everybody should hop on board. I don't think it could be any downhill from then.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle uses it for the taxes of it because they tax it a lot. They put it back into the school system. So there are perks to it even for the economy-wise. They tax it a lot, so I mean, it makes sense. Just like alcohol, they tax it, so that they use that marijuana tax and apply it back to the community. So it helps that way too. And a lot of people have become investors, and made profit off of, the cannabis industry. So
it's expanding really fast, and
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that soon it's going to be nationwide.
Growing up, were you guys raised to believe marijuana was bad? And how has that influenced with the raising of your children?
I would say we were. My mom's very Mexican, and yeah, she thought any drug was bad.
Yeah, but then we moved out here and she got educated.
Yeah, we moved out here and she's seen all the benefits of it, so she knows that. And obviously now me working in the industry, she knows it's good. And there's nothing really bad from it. She's pretty open-minded about it now.
Yeah, she's actually changed her viewpoint on it herself. She even went into a dispensary to see how everything worked, and she went follow to see what the big deal was about, how normal it actually is, and when she got in there, it was it's
just like a regular store.
Yeah, it's a store or pharmacy kind of deal, so it's just normal now. So to her, when she got educated on it, she accepted it. But before, because she wasn't educated on the benefits and stuff like that, we were just raised to think it was bad until we all got older.